sing this next song about anything at all.
Welcome, any and all, to Dreaming in Paradox. This is our Friday edition. Happy Friday, everybody. I'm your host, John Olson.
I'm your host, Jose Benutolo.
And joining us, once again, for the final time this week, is one Briana Redmount.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us this week.
No problem.
I hope you've had fun.
This was fun.
It's been a journey. It's been a nice journey.
Yeah.
It's
fun,
been a little,
lot of laughs.
It's been a fun little windy road.
Yeah.
Making pit stops, the scenic route.
Yeah.
Making pit stops along the way.
As always.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
It's true. You're probably our first guest that's like actually seen the majority of the show.
Yes.
I watch quite a bit.
You watch pretty regularly.
Well, I listen.
You listen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good enough.
Yeah. Good.
You know, and
see
it's
your mugs.
95% of the show.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching, for listening.
Yeah.
Sorry. And so yeah, today's our final topic of the week.
Yes.
And it goes to Jose.
So I want to talk today about favorite Disney songs.
Yay!
Everybody loves a Disney song.
That's true.
And
Say what
everybody
you will
has
about
favorites.
Disney.
So
you kind of can't help but love it.
Yeah.
Let's take it to three. Like, let's say 3 Disney songs. If you want, you can save your best for last, or if you don't have a difference in between them. Now, can we sing them?
I don't want to get a strike against the show.
Yeah.
So I don't think we can sing them.
Due to copyright laws, I don't think we can sing the songs.
But we can.
If you were good at improv and you could parody the song, you could. But I know you're bad at improv.
But
Don't
we
do it.
can.
Don't
We
try.
can definitely at least
We can talk about them.
bitch about it
Yes.
and say.
Yeah, that's a bummer. Yeah, you know.
It's a bummer. It's like we're not playing the actual music. We're just singing the lyrics the best we can,
It
and
makes
then
me
the
wonder,
fact that
like-
we're gonna get censored for that, if it's very bad.
I'd
Where does
check it.
karaoke land? Like,
Yeah.
can you not do karaoke for entertainment without you just have to pay
You'd have to pay.
song rights
Yeah.
to do it?
They just bought Star Wars. They don't need more money.
know, right?
They have billions of dollars waiting to
Let
just
the
come into
world
their pockets.
sing,
Yes.
Disney. Let the
Let
world
us
sing,
sing.
Disney.
Let us sing.
We
Like,
want
it's
to
crazy.
spread.
Ding.
We want to spread the music.
Yeah, it's like
And
here's the magic.
it's
for
crazy.
a
Like,
buck.
we can talk about anything, but
I mean, I guess
can't-
it's the industry.
yeah.
It's the industry.
Screw
But
it.
you know, let's do our best.
Because yeah, I would love to sing my choices badly.
Badly.
Very badly.
Always
I will
the
sing
best
mine in
way.
Spanish.
Right, yeah.
My choices come directly from Spanish.
Yes, but you still can't do that.
I know. That's.
That's a bummer.
But you know, I figure that
All
they.
right, I'm
would
not
like
gonna
it.
lament on it.
But you know, let me just start with one. I have a couple. I wrote it down because one thing is knowing the song, another thing is just knowing the name of the song. But one of my all-time favorites that I can sing along in Spanish, I need to learn in English, is the Belle song from The Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
Which
The
is
opener.
the first. No, there's a prologue.
Is that a song?
there
It's
It's more like speaking.
They don't really sing. Yeah, it's mostly speaking. But
It's just instrumental.
once you get to know Belle and she goes into town and she sings about the town and stuff, because Beauty and the Beast is the closest one, if it's not the only Disney movie, which is a musical. Mm-hmm. It is technically
they're
a
all,
musical.
a lot of them
What
are
are you talking about?
musicals.
They're
I know,
all
but you know, like a lot of them, they have song, but this one is the one that moves the plot, even with the songs too. Like it feels more like a proper musical.
There's a bunch like that.
I
I would
have-
argue.
I have
But
a
that's
soft
why one
spot
of the
for
first
it.
Disney musicals on stage was Beauty and the Beast.
Yes, correct.
That,
So that song.
I mean,
Whoever-
before it, Little
whoever
Mermaid
just-
does that. Absolutely.
Well, yeah, but
So-
that's harder to put on stage.
It is
But
hard
also-
to- but it was
But they
it was a
did.
ballet first.
True. Also, you need to remember
they did make
that in The Beauty and the Beast, this song is
put
the
it on
one.
ice.
Usually, and I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong in this, but usually you have Disney songs and you have either 1 or 2 or 3 characters who go like in The Lion King. You know, like they sing back and forth, but it doesn't involve the rest of the environment except for choruses and stuff like that. In this one, it starts with her, but then it suddenly goes to all the other characters and it becomes bigger.
Yeah.
And suddenly the whole town is singing in one sing-along thing in which she's singing a part, they're singing another with the contrast with that one, and it feels more
They don't
like
do it
a
too
musical
often.
theater
Yeah.
does.
I would love to see what the recording session looked like
Yes.
With all of just the little, like, you know, everyone's like, give me these eggs, give me this bread, like, and they just like are on top of each other. Like, did they just like stand in a line and they stood like forward to sing their part
They all
and then
just
backed
sing
out?
along in a booth,
Yeah,
and then you listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to see if they were all.
I think, yeah, I don't
together.
know what the Disney recording
Because
process
I think,
is.
especially for Beauty and the Beast, I think they had the orchestra there and all of the singers there. Is like for
Oh, really?
a lot of them, yeah.
That's cool.
Interesting.
That
That's very cool.
they recorded their songs with each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's gotta be nice for the singers.
Mm-hmm.
There gotta be a video somewhere about that recording session.
Yeah, I
It
don't know
has
about
to.
Belle, but for some of the other ones, like some of the later songs, where
They definitely do a lot of behind-the-scenes filming for Disney's
Yeah.
productions in general.
yeah, that's a good one.
The Gaston song in the bar is also brilliant.
That one is great.
It's so chauvinistic, but it's just
Yeah.
that's kind of like beauty
That's
of
the
it.
point.
That's the beauty
Yeah.
of it.
He's
Yeah.
like so man's man.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
ridiculous,
It's like
yeah.
I ate eggs when I was a kid or something, and it's like to grow
Yeah, he eats
strong.
them by the
It's like,
dozen,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's crazy.
Well-
What about you?
Yeah,
Are we going me next?
yeah.
Yeah, it's you know, she probably
I,
has one really nice. Then.
I think I'm gonna start with one that I wouldn't have. Like growing up, I don't think I would have claimed that it was one of my favorites, but if it ever comes on, I don't know anyone who won't sing along with A Whole New World. It's one of the like great Disney duets.
Yes,
And like I feel like just everybody knows it by heart.
of course.
Like you
yeah.
can't not like if you're in karaoke and it comes up, everybody sings it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, like I just feel like yeah, like I'll sing it without even realizing that I know all the words. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, holy crap!
And you do.
Yeah, I
Like
do.
everyone
They're
knows
they're
the
they're
words.
in my
Yeah.
soul. It's so memorable that I think I gotta put that one as my first pick.
Yeah.
That was I had it here. I have it in
Oh.
Spanish. I have it in
You have it in
Spanish.
Spanish.
I have it in
Un mundo
Spanish.
ideal.
Un mundo ideal. It's like an ideal war was the translation, and it was sang. It was like Disney hired a Venezuelan famous singer to do the Spanish version. Ricardo Montaner actually did this song for the Latin American market, and we know it in Spanish. We think
It's a good one.
It's very good. It's so freaking good.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
And you're right. It comes up. You sing along. You find yourself.
You feel like as soon
singing
as
along.
it starts.
At least the little bit parts that
Yeah,
you
couple
can
notes.
remember perfectly,
Yeah.
but it's
There's
I
a
inspiring.
want to
line
sing it
in
right now.
there.
God,
Sing it.
No,
sing
well,
it.
Why
there's a
aren't we
line
allowed-
in there that I never like understood until recently, because most people think that the line is every moment gets better. That's not the line. She doesn't sing
Yeah.
that. She says
What is-
every moment red letter. And I was like, what does that mean? But apparently red letter means something of importance, because when monks were the ones who wrote things down and like were the scribes of the world, if there was an important word or an
Yeah, they
important
would highlight
thing,
it
they would
by-
they would make it red. They would use red ink.
Interesting. It's not
So-
like the Scarlet
Whatever.
Not
letter.
like the Scarlet letter to shame
good.
someone.
Yes, I was
No.
like, I remember red letter. It's
But,
like, oh, she's shameless.
It's like, what is this? And
I didn't know that. Yeah.
somebody
that's-
explained it to me, but the line is every moment red letter.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
We've all been singing wrong.
All singing it wrong.
I wonder how
singing
the
it wrong.
line is
in Spanish? I don't know. I really don't.
Yeah.
They don't say. They don't use it.
No,
Yeah, I'm
don't
curious
use
what they use in place of it. You'd have to
They
probably
say-
sing it.
I'll
have
figure it
to,
out.
I'll have
They
to.
say every moment is a dream. I think is what they say if I remember the tune. Or every day is a dream. Cada día es un sueño.
Yeah, like it's like
Because they have
an
to make it
ideal
go to the
world.
tune.
Yeah, and they have
It's
to
more
rhyme it
important,
with
right? Yeah.
the line before it.
It's interesting when you think about translating those songs.
We could do a whole thing about that. If I come back on the show, I'd love to talk about how they translate songs.
Not
It's
only
so
songs,
fun.
like titles of movies.
Titles
Like
of
it's just
movies.
crazy. I remember. Have you ever seen The Critic? It's a
John Lovitz?
Yeah, the John Lovitz
A
animated
little
series.
bit. I've seen a couple.
The memorable episode, you know, he does critics for movies, and then they make fun of movies, and then there was one episode he was talking about how they translate things, and then he said that the Ghostbusters did bad in Italy because the translation for the movie was your mother has a hairy back. And he's just making fun of like how crazy can they go
Sometimes it's
with
way different.
titles, you know.
Yeah.
It's
I always, like, I mean, when a movie comes to America and they retranslate it, and you find out what the original title, I'm always like, why?
Yeah.
Why not just keep it?
Spirited Away has
We
been
had a
mentioned,
similar. What's that?
But Spirited Away has been mentioned on this show before.
Yeah.
That is not the Japanese title whatsoever.
What is it?
Yeah.
It's like I don't know how to say it in Japanese,
It's
but
her
they
name.
say her name.
It's her name.
It's like
some
Chihiro's journey.
journey.
or
It's
something
Chihiro's
like that.
journey, something like that. Yeah.
No, I didn't know
But
that.
for some
Never
reason,
heard
we
that.
changed it to Spirit.
And what is in Spanish? I don't like. Spanish was.
It's the journey of Chihiro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it's true. It's
Yeah.
true. It's a
El
literal
viaje de
translation.
Chihiro.
It's a literal translation from Japanese.
Japanese.
But in English, I mean, they do that here too.
And her name is an important plot point in the movie.
It
Yeah.
is.
But
yeah,
anyway,
that's kind of crazy. So
but-
what's your first
let's
pick?
see. One of my first pick. I'm gonna pick a different movie. I won't say I'm in love from Hercules.
Oh my God! No, it can't be. It can't be. I thought like you can't possibly be picking the exact same song from like. Of course, mine is the version in Spanish. Oh, I got sticky. Mine is the version in Spanish, but I mean, I always
listening-
know.
For those listening, he got stuck on the tape.
Yes.
That's on his shirt.
Oh, that's
Look
crazy!
up.
You did pick the exact same one.
And it's beautiful in Spanish too.
Yeah, it's great.
It's such a great song, and because in the American version, what's the name of that actress who plays Meg? What is her
I
name?
do not know.
She's also in Spirited Away.
Oh, she is.
What did she
plays
do?
the-
I'm gonna
the
search it. You keep
maid
talking.
woman.
I'll find it
on
right away
screen
for
as
you
well, Or
guys.
is she just voice famous?
She's mostly voice famous.
I don't know. offhand.
Yeah, look her up.
I wasn't a big fan of
Gorgeous
Hercules
voice.
as a kid. It was like, I was like at an age where I
You
didn't
were
care about
too
Disney.
Susan
cool
Egan.
And I felt like the good times were over.
Mm-hmm.
And like I didn't like how their knees were squiggly.
Oh, but that makes
And, like-
kind of fun of the
Yeah,
way
and
that
I
they
get
were
it.
painted
Yeah.
and
And
stuff.
like now I appreciate the movie more than I did as a
Susan
kid.
Egan. Susan Egan.
She's got this amazing voice.
She kind of looks like the
And-
character too.
Yeah, I'm sure they kind of based her on it.
I mean, maybe not the waist because that's like
Yeah.
freaking like it's
Those fictional Disney waists are like
impossible waist.
so tiny.
Yeah.
But that song, and like, it's this fun doo-wop song in the middle of a Greek movie.
And it goes up. I mean,
And-
it has elements of musical theater too.
Yeah.
She goes up, and then the other ones like it's like I say,
don't
you
remember
say,
the song very
I
well.
say, you
Yeah.
say, and then whoever is
I'll
louder.
have to play it for you later.
The
because-
ending is my
And
favorite part.
Yeah, she's singing about how she will never say.
Say
You
that-
can't make her say that she's in love. But the last line, she just goes, "At least out loud, I won't say I'm in love."
Yes. I mean, it's like look,
And
my.
so,
Yeah.
You know why? Because I was in love by them, and then that
When
song
have you not
connected
been
with
in
me.
love?
I am always in
you're
love.
just a passionate Venezuelan.
That's what's happening.
Red
That's what's happening.
blooded,
I really
always-
like.
red-blooded Venezuela.
I really like all those
She-
love letters that were
It's
rejected.
the best song. It's the best song in Hercules. Hercules is fun, but really, I think objectively, that is the best song in that movie.
That's a good one.
I agree with you. I completely agree with you. That's the only song that I picked from Hercules.
Mm-hmm.
It connects. It connects, and it's
Yeah.
like, and the translation is pretty accurate. It's pretty. It's
It's
like
pretty
the essence
accurate.
of it. It's still the same.
Yeah, I love listening to that song in Spanish. Actually, it's like very similar.
I like those. I like I used to listen a lot to the Lion King soundtrack and Hercules soundtrack to the point that when my sister traveled to Japan, she spent a year in Japan as an exchange student. One of her gifts was the Japanese version of all these soundtracks. So I used to listen to these songs even in Japanese. In Japanese, I can't remember for the second
Yeah,
myself,
who
and
knows
and
what
they
they
got
are.
stolen.
We
all
used
these
to
things
have,
they got stolen, but
Like, my mom and my stepdad Eddie would get the Disney compilation albums that had like a variety of songs on them. We had a bunch of those. So like I would hear, not like as a whole album per movie, but like just like a bunch
a
of the
mix
different
of
songs.
them, yeah.
Is it back to me?
Well,
No,
no,
it's
I
good.
think
You
it's
go.
back to him.
you know the funny part is that It
Two
was
of your songs got
like
hits,
I
right?
never it was like never left me because
Yeah.
you both, it's so interesting. We have like
You
with,
did one. I
No,
did one.
I got-
I did one.
I
But
have-
then we both picked
we
your
both
two.
picked her.
I
his
have
other two.
I have another
Yeah.
one.
Didn't I start us?
And this is probably no, I started it,
He's
and then I pass it to you. Then it was her.
Yeah.
Then it goes back.
He started
Yeah,
'cause
I-
it's
But, you
yeah,
know,
yeah, I got mixed up.
This is just because it was fun to me and it made me happy. But you know, like I have to write another one for when it comes back. But I'll make a man out of you from Mulan.
Yes.
Mulan.
I do you know
Mulan's
what
a great
do you know
movie
what about
in general?
it's not only that the song is inspiring, it's that combined with the visuals.
Yeah.
When she starts climbing, when she
It's her
finds
montage.
it's her montage. It's her
Yeah.
montage, and it ends with her just like throwing the arrow back at the
Yeah.
guy and going like, I got it. I figured out how to do, and it's just inspiring. It's just like, you know, like
Yeah.
we're nobodies. We don't know, and he and you know, like the general, he's like the captain. He just pitches like, he's like, how can I make a man out of you?
Yeah.
And then by the end of it, they're all like super synchronized and
Yeah.
what? It's like, and I just found that I love
and
that
just,
song.
and the drums, like, dun, 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 dun. Yeah, like you know, it just goes.
It's a military march,
Yeah.
but with a nice tune to it, and it's just about, and it's also shows how they bond. The propinquity. It shows the propinquity between
it shows
them.
the growth of their propinquity.
Yes.
And I don't know, that song, it inspires me. I like it.
And it comes back at the end of the movie.
Yes.
When
have
they
to
have to
be-
dress up
be a
as
woman.
women.
Yes. Yes.
It's so clever.
Mulan was. Yes, I still remember.
Mulan's
when
fantastic.
I still remember when I was back. I was back in college in Venezuela because I think Mulan is 1998.
Something like that.
I was 1 year into college or a year and a half into college, and internet was this thing that you still need to go plug on the phone and like
Yeah.
and you will download. You will just put a trailer to download and wait like
it
hours
takes
for it
forever.
to.
I remember.
And then there was this website that I found. And a friend of mine and me will just spend all night just downloading low resolution trailers. And then I remember the first trailer of Mulan was kind of like 3D, the first 3D things, and then she was like the sword and everything, and it was like this legendary tale of this Chinese warrior who was a woman and it was allowed. And me and my friend was like, I saw Mulan 7 times in the movie theater.
Really?
Oh wow!
7 times in the movie theater.
We had
That's
one of
impressive.
our exchange students, Kari. We used to call Mulan because she looked.
Oh really?
She was Japanese, but she
Just
looked
like
just
was she
like.
Chinese?
But she looked just like
Mulan.
She
With
had
the
the
long
haircut.
hair. Yeah. So my mom especially would call her.
Oh.
would call her
Mulan.
I hope she was okay with that.
Oh yeah, she loved it.
Yeah, they're fine with it.
It's true. All her friends used to say she didn't look Japanese. Her Japanese friends. They said she looked
Is it an?
Korean. They said she had more of a Korean look.
Is that an?
Interesting.
'Cause, you know,
insult
when you're in-
to
no.
Japanese people.
No,
I
it's
don't
just
know.
that like if you're Asian, you can say that like just like Europeans do, like oh he's got more of a Nordic look or a British
Yeah.
look. Like they can do the same thing
Well,
for the Asian countries.
Do you remember Yuria? Yuria
Yeah.
is a Japanese girl that was with us.
Do you not think she looks Japanese?
And no. She once told me, like we were talking about something, and she just throw it out there. It's just the problem with you guys is you all look alike. And I was like, oh my god, really? You just said that? It's awesome because we said the same about you. And she's like, no, we don't
You're
look
like
alike.
it's
And
so
we're like,
validating to hear
it's
it.
so validating. Like I was so glad
Well,
that she
there's
said
been
it.
studies that people have a harder time differentiating people of a different race.
Yeah, I
So,
mean that have to be the bottom of it.
It makes
Yeah.
sense.
but that's getting off.
That is
topic.
getting
Super
off
off
topic.
topic.
I
John?
just say it was just an
Song.
anecdote.
Yeah.
related.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go over to The Little Mermaid from my next choice.
Yeah.
It has to
I
come.
wonder if
Little
I'm
Mermaid had to
stealing
come.
this song from you.
We'll see.
I'm totally stealing this song. But it's such a good song.
Yeah, go for it.
You
Which one?
poor unfortunate soul.
Oh, okay.
Is that not it?
actually wasn't
It's
one.
not it.
Ursula
I
song.
like
Ursula's song.
that song a
is
lot.
great
It's
because,
just a lot of
you know,
fun.
I do love Ursula. Ursula's one of my favorite Disney villains.
She's great. And she's just got such a good vocal quality.
She does.
Like the way that she sings the song. I don't know how it is in Spanish, but
it's
in the
similar.
American version, I love her voice. And the tune is so good. I gotta go with Poor
I wish we
Unfortunate
could
Souls.
sing.
Yeah.
I wish we could
I
sing.
know, like this is a hard topic because it
Yeah.
really makes
We
me
wanna
want
because we
sing.
want to
sing
sing it.
out.
Yeah, it's so
yeah.
sad.
When we cut, there's gonna be some singing going on.
There's gonna be
sing.
some. I'm gonna get
sing
back
the
home.
songs at home.
Sing the songs at home.
Hum them
play
if
it.
you're at work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Participate if you need to.
Oh,
That's Jeff Goldblum.
No,
Just-
stop.
Around it.
Our friend.
It's freaking Jeff Goldblum.
Keep going. Keep
yeah.
going.
But yeah, no, Ursula, she's just
Is it
got
going?
a great villain song.
She's got a great villain
Villain
song.
She is
songs
so
are
good.
sometimes the best songs. In
I
the
feel
movie.
it's true when you think about it.
Yeah.
It's not my third choice, but another great villain song is Scars.
I was
Yes.
gonna say it. Yeah, that's
Be
that.
Prepared.
It's so
Yeah.
yes, it's so good.
I don't know that one in Spanish, but it's,
It's not as good in English. I've heard that in both
You mean in
versions. I
Spanish?
prefer. In Spanish, I don't like as much as I like it in
Okay.
English. That's one that
what I thought you were saying.
I tip my hat to the English version. It's more like. and
Does
it's-
Jeremy
it's
Irons
so-
sing his?
he does.
He does.
Yeah, he probably
well,
does.
he sings.
Yeah,
he
right.
really speaks.
He does
whole
the
thing.
Yeah.
Rex Harrison.
Yes,
Yeah,
Where he
yes.
sort of talks the song.
There is a rumor that he blew his voice out doing it, and that he doesn't finish it at the end. The end is not him, supposedly.
Oh, when
It
he
is-
peaks.
Yeah, it's another famous voice actor who can do a lot of stuff.
Oh.
But I
Unconfirmed?
don't think that's true. I cannot believe that because he is a Shakespearean trained actor and he has the voice for it. And so not everybody's a singer, but he
That
doesn't
song
have to go
doesn't.
that high.
That song only requires that you have rhythm, not that you really have to
so
sing.
I don't think he blew
Near the
his
end,
voice
yeah,
out.
like he does go- he does
He
go
goes
up.
a little bit up. So, but I've listened to it and I don't hear the difference. But some voice actors are very good. I don't know.
That's true. What's your Little Mermaid pick?
No, that's my favorite. I'm saving it. For
Oh, you're
last.
saving. I'm sorry.
All right, the next one I was going to pick. Speaking of villain songs,
Okay.
the mob song from Beauty and the Beast.
The mob song.
Mob
Oh,
song.
Kill
That's
the
what
Beast.
it's called. It's
Kill
the
the
one
Beast?
Kill the Beast.
Kill the Beast. Yeah.
It's first of all, whoever sings, I think it's the same speaking guy. Whoever sings for Gaston, this beautiful, just low bass, and it's the lowest voice I
Yes.
think you hear on a Disney movie.
Yeah. It's true.
Except for Jungle Book,
Except yeah.
because Shere Khan, the tiger, is a beautiful low voice.
Oh yeah, like
yeah,
like
oh.
so deep.
And he comes
so
in.
freaking deep.
Well, I forgot what the line. What's the line?
That's what friends are for.
Yeah. Oh, for. It's so
and
low.
It's so low and so ominous. But anyway, one of the reasons I love this song is they use a line from Macbeth.
They do.
Yes. He tells the townspeople to screw your courage to the sticking place. Lady Macbeth tells that to Macbeth. And
What does that mean to the sticking place?
I'm not quite sure what the sticking place is, but it's just like,
Yeah.
man up.
I mean, I get it.
Man up.
Man up. But I remember hearing it as a kid, and then I finally got to see Macbeth when I was in college, and my friend was playing Lady Macbeth, and it was in this very like intimate space, and she said, "Screw your courage to the sticking place," and I almost like jumped out of my seat because I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's from the mob song."
Oh, that's when it hit you.
That's when it hit me. I didn't
I
realize
was gonna say
it.
I don't think
I
I've
know
seen
I
Beauty and the
read
Beast
it.
since I've seen Macbeth.
But
Interesting.
I saw Macbeth afterward, like as an adult, and like I love Disney music. I keep
you know
listening
those-
to it.
you
I
know the
know
words
all
by
the
heart.
words. But she said it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" They used like this really famous line from Macbeth, and that's when it hit me.
That's awesome.
So I think it's just such
I
a
wonder.
cool
I
moment.
wonder that was probably lost in translation when in Spanish. They probably
Yeah, they
didn't
probably
pay
didn't
attention.
do
Yeah,
it.
they did
Very
something
brief
that
I
aside.
haven't heard that song in Spanish either.
Very brief aside. There's a new Macbeth coming out. Have you seen anything for it?
I've
excited about it at all?
refused to watch it for the movie, right?
Yeah.
Because I want to. I don't know. I kind
You
of
want to go in
blind.
Okay. I do want to see it.
But I've heard good things about the trailer or whatever.
The trailer's cool, and I just think that everybody's going to do a really good job. I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
I
I mean, what's his
Michael
face?
Fassbender's
Michael
amazing.
Fassbender.
Marion
He's good.
Cotillard's
Oh
amazing.
Marion
yes,
Cotillard.
yes. I know what you're talking about now. I do know what you're
Beautiful
talking about.
actors. So
yeah,
it's
and the
gonna be good.
cinematography in the trailers is
And I
gorgeous.
assume Marion Cotillard is classically trained as well as
Yeah.
Michael Fassbender. I know Michael Fassbender.
They are.
is.
I know that they didn't attempt to give her a Scottish accent. I think they're just playing it off as though she's from the French court.
Yeah.
So
Poor
which is
thing.
yeah.
She's always going to play French. She can't do anything else.
Yeah, but she has such a beautiful accent.
Yes. And she's very
It's thick.
understandable.
It's thick, but it's easy to understand, and it's gorgeous. She has a wonderful voice,
Yes.
and like she's perfect for the role in the sense that she's such a good villain.
Yeah.
Did
Like-
she do her singing on DPF on the movie?
I don't know. They may have.
La Bien Rose?
I don't know if she did her own
Oh,
singing.
I don't know.
If they did
I haven't thought
the
about
Ray or if they did the
Yeah.
Johnny Cash route.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway, I just
Yeah.
was curious if
So
you're excited
that's
about it.
yeah, but so that's basically Disney has some great lines, and they also it's another line in there. How does it go? It's like it's the chorus, and they say, "Oh, we don't like what we." It's like something along the lines we don't like what we don't understand, or we fear what we don't understand.
Yeah,
like
it's-
they
it's
say
very-
it
yeah, they
as
say
if
it out
like
loud.
they don't understand what they're saying, but like you have to when it's a musical. But like it's amazing. They some truth bombs just like through.
And it's just like, it's so like it will come in the night or something like that. And
Yeah.
they still are children and stuff. Like it was
Yeah,
like
all the
everybody.
fears.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
It's
they're
like
letting their
he's-
fears lead them.
Yeah, he is just
And he
poisoning
rallies-
them.
he
I
rallies
Poisoning
remembered
them.
it. We
and
don't
then-
like what we don't understand. In fact, it scares us.
Yeah, like man,
It's
talk
so
about
good.
It's
telling the subtext there.
Yeah.
I wanna go back to you pretty fast because I wanna know what the favorite was.
Wait,
is
let's
from-
no.
You have to start the
I think
favorite.
we got time.
We have
Fine.
time.
It's Friday.
No, okay, no, but what I mean is like it's like I'm gonna go fast on mine, so it goes back to you fast.
Okay, yeah. Start
So,
with your favorite.
Yes, this is my
We're
favorite. I mean,
okay,
I
we're
already
okay.
mentioned my favorite because it
Okay.
was like, but
Yeah, what's the third one?
the one that I had to pick right
Sorry,
now,
you got robbed.
it's "Colors of the Wind" from Pocahontas.
Gorgeous.
It's just like the message of that song. It's the best thing of that
Yeah.
song. Like it's how she goes through nature and she's like, "Can you
I have
can you
to
paint
say-
with all the colors of the wind?" That's a beautiful.
The other thing about
line.
that song is the visual accompaniment to the song is
It's-
one of the best in terms of like it's like a music video. Like it's
Yes.
really just a gorgeous accompaniment to the visual element to the musical is
Oh.
very well
And
married.
who was the singer? It's
Judy Kuhn is
Judy
the
Kuhn.
singer.
Oh, like
she's
but-
not. The speaking voice is different from the singing.
Oh, okay. Because
So,
there is
the speaking is
Vanessa.
natural Native American.
No, but it wasn't Vanessa Williams that sang. Probably the version, the CD version.
Yes,
Yeah,
there's a
yeah, there
CD
might be a-
version that she yes
Vanessa Williams, like
yes
yeah,
that
sings
she,
it or something.
like in the it's.
But it's probably not the one, not the
It's
version
not
for
the
the
one in the
movie.
movie,
yeah. No, it's not. But Judy Kuhn is a big Broadway singer woman. She was in the original Les Mis. She's in Fun Home right now. She's
Oh.
pretty cool.
Interesting. Interesting point. I'm sorry, like
Sorry.
just because we mentioned it, I was watching this TV series called America's Story of Us, and I didn't. Like, Pocahontas actually married one of the guys from the first from the
Watch
Jamestown
the sequel,
colony.
Pocahontas 2.
It's like
It's in there.
But it's it's this no, but it's a different guy.
Yeah.
In Pocahontas,
She
not
marries
John Smith.
John Rolfe.
John
John
Rolfe.
Rolfe.
Yeah, John Rolfe.
In
Yeah.
the sequel, which is awful.
It's awful.
It's awful.
It's
It's
but
awful.
it's so good.
It's kind of
so
wonderfully
good.
bad.
John Rolfe comes to Virginia, and then they fall in love. And
No,
so
she
it's-
goes to England.
Well, yes,
He
but
takes her to
he's-
England.
He's in Virginia first.
Oh,
Yeah, he's in Virginia
takes her
first,
back
they
with him.
married.
He takes her
and then-
back with her.
Yeah.
Oh, I
So,
didn't
but
know.
I mean, the real story is that as like a young teen,
Yeah.
she
John
marries
Smith
John
was
Rolfe.
like the romantic version of the story.
Yeah.
Yes.
he was
And
like-
John Rolfe was like
It's just
the guy she
and
actually
then
ended
she
up
dies
with.
in England
Yeah.
at a young age.
Probably
she
came
doesn't
down with
live
some English
past-
disease.
Yeah, something that she,
She
was
wasn't
Of course.
like, and then they were like, "Oh, this is what we could use to kill the rest of them."
No, they were
Those
already
devious-
doing.
They're already doing it, or even
Yeah.
by that point,
You totally.
because Pocahontas seems like it's like so early.
Here, have some
It's like
smallpox
second landing.
blankets. Like that's what happened. They didn't have smallpox until Europeans came.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know when, at which point they
I
started
mean, it
doing
kind of
that.
happened immediately. They didn't. The Europeans, I don't
planned,
think
though.
at that time understood that germs did that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
exactly.
they weren't doing it on purpose.
It's kind of how they discovered
But,
germs too.
yes. Okay, John.
Okay.
Did you save your favorite for last, or
It's not my favorite, but it is the first one I ever learned the words to.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
It's sentimental.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not objectively my favorite, like musically, but I gotta go back to Jungle Book, which was the first Disney movie I can ever remember. It's the first movie I ever owned, the Jungle Book. And the Bare Necessities is the first song I ever learned.
That is not a song that translates in Spanish.
The words
No,
to.
but I think
It's
it won an
awful.
Oscar, that song.
Did that song win an Oscar?
I think that song
That I
has
don't
some
know.
sort of relevance in the Oscar. I heard it sometime. I'm gonna search for it while you guys talk about it.
Yeah.
But I think
I love
actually,
the Jungle Book, and I talk about a lot of times how I like the ambient music more than I actually like the musical numbers.
Yes, that's true.
But it is the very first Disney song where I ever actually
the Bare
learned any of the words.
Yeah. I want to sing.
It's how a bear can rest at ease.
Yes.
Um,
For Spanish,
It is
they
good.
could not get that joke. It just doesn't make sense in Spanish.
It's too based around
Around
English phrase.
The English
it was
phrase.
nominated. It was Oscar. The Bare Necessity was nominated to an Oscar. It didn't win it, but it was nominated to an Oscar.
It's a good one.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I mean it's a classic.
Yeah.
And I feel like I saved it for last because I had to do.
Yeah.
It's a song from my favorite movie, my favorite Disney movie.
Yeah.
And it's a good one, and I learned it as a kid, and it was kind of rare for me to do to actually learn the words of a song. It might be the first song I ever really learned the words of.
Do you think you could still do it?
Most of it.
Most of it.
Not all of it.
It's a long song.
Yeah, not all of it,
And they
for sure.
pause in between.
Yeah.
Like,
I could probably do, I guess, like half of it. I
Yeah.
could do.
Just
And
need
I
to-
might mix up the order of the verses.
Yeah.
But I definitely know a good
I
amount of the
didn't
words.
know that a pawpaw was a real thing
Yeah, right?
until recently.
Yeah, I remember that part of the song. I need to watch The Jungle Book again. Just because, like, I want to go back.
Sorry.
I watched it, like...
¿Tú comes hormigas? That part he says word for word, but... and
good.
sí, señor. It doesn't translate. Because
Yeah,
man.
man.
It's like kind of like the 60s beat kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it doesn't translate in
Baloo
Spanish.
Baloo is great.
Baloo's one of it's
So
one of the
lovable.
most loved
Yes.
loved characters in the
So lovable.
Disney
Yeah.
history. You know,
They couldn't get rid of him. They mascotted
Spintail.
him. They kept,
Yeah.
Tailspin.
Tailspin.
And they used that actor over and over, actually.
Yeah, and
Tailspin,
that actor was famous for
And then he did
Disney.
the-
He did so many
He
voices.
did so many.
Yeah.
He did Aristocats as well.
That's right.
Oh, really?
It's such a signature voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Jungle Book. It's great. I watched it like 5 years ago or something. I want to watch it again.
Yeah.
We
I think
should.
it's on Netflix. We'll do it.
Oh, we should.
All right.
What
so
did you
this
say?
is my favorite.
It's your favorite. We didn't hit it.
We didn't hit it.
I think
You
Colleen.
almost did,
I think
though.
Colleen's gonna
I
love you
thought
right now.
It's part of your world.
Yes, of course.
Part of your world.
Of course, that's like.
well,
Is that the one with the doodads and trinkets and?
Yes.
I've got
Yes.
20?
look at this
Yes.
stuff. Yes.
Colleen
It's a
always
good one.
like that's
That's one.
karaoke. It's
I
all
love
good.
I love her room that she has.
Yes,
in
her
that song.
cavern.
Her cavern was always. I'm like, what a cool place.
Yeah. Fun fact though, it almost didn't stay in the movie.
Oh, really?
They almost took it out because they did a pre-screening with kids. And it's before it was like totally animated, so it's mostly just pencil work. And this kid in the front row was bored and was like playing with his popcorn, throwing things, and they thought, "Oh no, kids are not going to like this song. We've got to cut it." And I don't remember who it was, but somebody was like, "No, you have to keep it. This is a gorgeous song. You cannot throw it out." And it stayed, and it's one of the most
Some
iconic.
punk kid
It's
almost
iconic.
ruined
It's
it.
iconic. It's definitely like if you have to pick one song from that movie, probably people will just go to that
Honestly,
one.
that song is also, it's like the biggest defense for the movie. Because people like to talk about how like,
Oh, she
just
went
wants,
for a man.
She just goes for a man. And the defense is like, no, she wants to be human.
She wants to be human before she ever sees Eric.
Yeah, exactly. She's dazzled by that. She wants to be part of that
She's
world.
so curious
part
about
of that
it.
world.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the first iteration of it, because there's the reprise where she says part of your world, the first one she says is part of that world.
Yeah.
She doesn't have
She's
anybody
just
to say that to.
fascinated
She's
by
just
it.
fascinated by it.
And then she's like, she finds a backup reason.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, then it's like the last push.
Yes.
The last push. It's like, oh, now I'm in love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
Right? Love was the icing on the cake, but she was very interested before.
Yeah.
And I always like how it's like, it's become very important, sort of in defense of the movie.
And the reprise
good.
is gorgeous too, because she's on that rock, and then everybody loves when she like turns her head, and then she pushes herself
Yes,
up.
of course. It's like-
And I'm like,
It's
oh,
such
come on.
it's such an iconic shot.
Yes,
It's the
it
poster.
stayed. It's
Yeah.
Kind of
yeah.
like she
It's
going
become
like
it's become one of like Disney movies' most
It's super
iconic
Yeah.
frames that they've ever come
that
up
they've
with.
ever come up with. So yeah, that's my favorite Disney song of all time.
I have to give a quick. Can we do honorable mentions
Sure,
really quick
do an honorable
Honorable
mention.
before we head out? Honorable mention to the opening of The Lion King.
Ah,
Oh,
yes.
I thought you were gonna say Hakuna Matata. 'Cause
Yeah.
Hakuna Matata.
people like
Oh, you
the
gotta
opening
go.
of the Lion
The
King.
opening
The opening
is
Circle
where
of-
it's at.
Circle of Life.
That song
Circle
is
of Life,
beautiful.
yes. Elton John, isn't it?
Yes, he doesn't
yeah,
sing
he
it
wrote
in
it.
the movie, but
Yeah, he
he's-
wrote
he
it.
sings a version of it too.
Mm-hmm. It deserves an honorable mention.
It's so good. I had to. That was my one
You had to throw that one
honorable
out.
mention I had to throw out. I don't know if you have any last minute before we wrap.
I think
that
I'm
note-
good.
All right,
Good.
we can wrap it up so I can sing some of these songs.
Yeah, we have to do some
We need to
major
do some-
karaoke
Yes.
Yeah. I hope you have enjoyed our week here with our guest, Briana Redmount.
now. Yeah.
Oh, do we have a question for her?
Oh, right, we do have a question for her.
Oh,
No, skip
did
it.
we? No, well,
What?
last.
Oh, we
week
missed it
didn't
last
do
week.
Skip it.
Oh,
Skip
that's
it.
so
No, are we
crazy.
abandoning it now?
No, we're not abandoning. Like, we
Are you
just,
more
like,
famous
No, let's go.
than the
I'm
dog?
more famous than the dog.
Oh, wow. So what a poor sport you're being
Yes.
about it. We've tried to
I'm
make it a thing.
Obviously not more famous.
Forgot it last week.
Forgot it
We
last
did,
week.
we did, but
We've
it
ruined
doesn't
it.
matter. Doesn't
You're gonna
matter.
cut this part anyway.
I'm not going to cut it.
Yes, you are.
It's going to be in the show because I haven't done my wrap up. And you can't make me.
Well, you can cut it even if you.
If you like the episode, if you like Disney songs, if you liked anything we had this week, like the show, feel free to share. Sharing is caring. And subscribe if you haven't already. If you're new to the show, welcome. There's a whole back catalog that we've got going on. Follow us. You can find me on Twitter at John and Paradox.
I'm at B Redmount.
And I am at Jose in Paradox. With that said, friends from the future, say goodbye from the past.